you'll see this 1, 2, 3, 4 days of Bitcoin going sideways, just like it's a meme coin on Pump Fund or something. It's just been going sideways. This is unusual, and you're probably wondering what's going on here, why the price got stuck within this range, which is this tiny range of $96. And especially today, we're seeing this massive green candle on the daily. Now Bitcoin bouncing off that manipulation sideways range around 96k. This tells us exactly what these whales want to do next, so we want to pay attention to today's video because this is important to us, especially to our meme coins and our altcoins. So let's get into it. Now this is clear as day, guys. Big boys wants to hold the price above 96k. They don't want to see Bitcoin going down again, and we're seeing it here. So I'm gonna put back this trend line here, and what we notice is we've seen this previously here around these candles here, and we've seen now that what they're trying to do is that trying to put a higher high, which is very good for us. Good, happy days. Bitcoin just putting a new higher low, basically. Putting in this low just means that we're gonna see another push up, especially on Monday. This is when the big boys wake up and go to the office after a strong coffee and decide our fate, and they decided that they want to push this thing up. We're seeing overall a very good recovery overall in the market. Still not the recovery you want to see, but this is how it all starts. If we mark this bottom here, this could be at the bottom of this year basically, and we're seeing basically now the price getting back up and recovering. But most importantly, what we really want to look at is Ethereum. So this is the guy that's been really holding us back down recently, especially when it comes to altcoins. We need Ethereum to start pumping. But you would be wondering why Ethereum sold off massively here. It was a surprise dump, let's say. It was unexpected, around 40% almost of this drop here on Ethereum. But the good thing here is that we closed this weekly candle very good, very bullish. We kind of recovered a lot of ground here with us coming back up here as well. When it comes to those closing candles, we can see that Ethereum as well put in a higher high, or a higher low, sorry, here. So a higher low is exactly like Bitcoin here, which is a higher low, which usually means that we are going to see another push up as well as on Ethereum. You see that here, but more on that on Ethereum later on to this video. What we see here today as well, guys, is very important, and that comes down to what's happening with Ethereum. So a lot of people been looking around and digging around because this was unusual to see Ethereum selling off like that, and Bitcoin basically putting in these candles. And especially now we have the ETFs. We have a lot of large institutions at play here that can or have the power to manipulate the prices, or make the prices go the way they want, or accumulate lower and buy lower right before a major rally. So are they doing that? Now what we're seeing is short positions in Ethereum are now up 40% in 1 week, which is a 500% increase since November 2024. So a lot of shorts have been piled up on Ethereum recently, and that shows us what's going on with Ethereum. So while they are shorting it to dump the price, they are also buying up. We're seeing whales buying up over 100,000 Ethereum, which is $260 million, plus the ETFs that we've seen that $300 million coming in the ETF on the 4th of February from BlackRock and other large ETF providers. But basically, since this drop, we kind of cleared out most of the shorts. The ones that are still open might see a major squeeze, which just keeps us in line basically with what I've discussed in the previous video, basically, which is we are doing again what we did here, where we're just gonna range a little bit. Maybe we're gonna range less than here, and that looks very, very possible now, where we're seeing this weekly close very bullish, where we're just gonna range a little bit here, or less than what we did here time wise, before we start to see the major push up on Ethereum, which means also our altcoins are gonna see major recovery and major relief from what happened recently, especially since the inauguration and what's been happening now. One major news as well to keep in mind, this all ties up to what's been happening all over This is the FTX. So since the FTX collapsed, a lot of people got their money locked up on that exchange. That money got seized by the government, and after all things cleared out, people are gonna get repaid, and the repayments are coming on the 18th of February, which is around 10 days, or which is around 8 days from now. So everybody that had less than 50k on the exchange will get back their money. This is around 16 billion in repayment on the horizon here, and that's money now is money that is gonna get repaid, not in fiat to people to their bank account, but this money is gonna be injected back in form of cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin, or stable coins that are gonna get back in hands of retail or people just like us that are, or that have missed most of the rally, that have now a chance to buy up the dips that we're seeing all over the place right now. Dips are everywhere, and that could be as well another catalyst. So we need ETH now to start rallying, to actually start that major rally or start the major altcoin season, which I do believe still is coming, and we're seeing the signs still playing out there, even though the market is kind of really not feeling it, especially because altcoins go down a lot. So for those that were not here before, we see altcoins all the time crashing 80%. It's not a new thing. Like you can see here on Pepe here, this dump was an 80% dump from high to low. That's an 80%. You can see 85%. We see those things happen over and over with altcoins, but why this time it felt worse? It felt even worse than before, let's say 2023 June summer dump and all that. It is because most people were expecting, right? Most of us, let's say, we were expecting a major altcoin season by 2025, sir. We need it, we demand it, we want it, we've been waiting for it, we've been accumulating, we've been buying, but what it is, that's why it feels so bad right now today in the market, because we've been promised, or at least we promised ourselves to have an altcoin season. But when it comes to altcoins dropping 80%, that's very normal to see. They usually recover. The proof is in the pudding here with Pepe. And you see this with most of the meme coins, especially meme coins, because they have limited supply. They don't mint new supply, and those usually come back. So what you see here is the market was expecting a major rally, but it did not happen. What we got is a shakeout. This is what's happening. It's a shakeout, and we're clearly seeing it now. That's why I'm saying in the title, don't get tricked, because it's a shakeout and we're seeing it. Like, it even does not make any sense why people are freaking out with a Bitcoin that is almost at 100k, and we're seeing the big boys really stepping in here. The buyers are really stepping in. The institutions are buying up to keep up the price, because they know something big is coming. They know the prices are going up, and that's why I'm just chilling. I hold a lot of cryptocurrencies, and I'm just chilling and waiting for the actual altcoin season to happen. And what keeps me confident that this is gonna happen is I'm seeing now the signs. I'm seeing like Ethereum hasn't broken really any major supports, and we haven't seen any major resistances to the upside as well broken, where we can see actually the real altcoin season. So one thing very important to keep in mind as well is the how crazy is the price action we see on XRP and the one we see on Ethereum, how similar they both are. And even with how the news played out exactly the same. Back in the days here, XRP had the first SEC win, where we seen this sudden spike up. We could argue that this is the same thing as the ETH ETFs, which happened around here when we seen this pump, but then we completely retraced back down. Same thing here with XRP. We seen the SEC win completely retrace back down, and then some sideways move, and then suddenly we see the breakout happen, and a massive one, and a massive rally from XRP. And I do feel like this is exactly what's going on here with ETH, with the ETFs now completely retraced back to reaccumulation. Then as well, again, we're seeing another retrace back down, just because the institutions still want to buy more of that ETH and whatever they want to do. But when it comes to the charts, what's happening here, basically, And it's very clear that we're seeing this range again here on Ethereum, just like the one on XRP. They even look similar price action wise, and we see the same one on each, which each Ethereum chart is the one below here, and up top is the XRP one. You see that XRP also had this uptrend going on, ETH as well, uptrend going on. Later on, we see the breakout from that with the news. So we've seen this XRP breakout, we've seen as well a breakout on ETH, and then we've seen this range. So exactly that, we see again the range on XRP, now we're seeing the range on ETH. What I do think is gonna happen is we're gonna see the same thing again, ETH repeating XRP here, where we are going to see Ethereum finally breaking out and leading towards new all-time highs. And for the people as well, again, I have to repeat that, but a lot of people that are new here don't understand why we're comparing ETH or why we're looking at ETH. And the reason we're looking at ETH is because it's the second largest cryptocurrency. It's an altcoin, it's an altcoin leader, and if ETH is doing well, institutions and investors will have more appetite for other altcoins as they start to make gains off the largest cryptocurrency, as well as people that made profits of XRP, or institutions that made profit of XRP would start to rotate to ETH. But ETH is the major one that we really want to break out, because that's what's going to bring in that confidence in as well, because it has an ETF. As we see, the ETF providers or ETFs are still heavily buying up ETH, and I do expect that once they're gonna have those gains, that they're gonna feel those gains and they're gonna taste those gains are gonna flow into other upcoming ETFs. Maybe we're gonna see an XRP ETF, maybe we're gonna see a Solana ETF. We've even recently seen Grayscale Dogecoin trusts, which usually leads to a Dogecoin ETF. So a lot of the infrastructure is building up for a massive altcoin season. That's why I'm still confident we're going to see one, and we're going to see a major one. It's just that we need ETH to actually bring the confidence back into the market once it's going to start to move up. So all the signs here are showing that we possibly here that we have formed a bottom and a higher high on ETH. If we count the closing candles, a higher high that's going to lead us again back towards new highs. And let's not forget as well the ETH shorts or short positions that are on ETH right now that could lead to a massive short squeeze, and that could as well be another fuel in the tank for Ethereum to start rallying and start putting in new all-time highs, sending our meme coins to the moon as well. So keep that in mind. I do think we're gonna see soon a major altcoin season, where we most likely are going to see ETH ecosystem and ETH memes leading, as we've seen previously with Solana leading. We're going to see now ETH leading, because we've seen the same thing basically the last cycle, where we see two different distinct narratives each time Bitcoin starts to rally. Here we've seen ETH killers like Atom and Phantom and Avalanche, Dot, and all Cardano and all the coins that said they are the next Ethereum started to rally and pump. And this was the narrative back then here. Now here we've seen the NFTs, the metaverse, meme coins on BNB, and we've seen meme coins on Ethereum as well here. Now we might see as well this playing out, where we've seen the majority of this pump here recently was dominated by Solana meme coins and Solana ecosystem, but basically Solana has only meme coins in it. But with the next rally, we might see a Ethereum dominated narrative, where we see ETH memes and ETH ecosystem coins doing much better as the narrative, as the second narrative of the cycle. So keep that in mind as well. I'm still bullish on the ETH ecosystem and the ETH meme coins. I do think that's going to be the next thing to actually lead us forward. So keep that in mind. Everything is still as planned. We are gonna see another altcoin or a major altcoin season. Basically, it's the up only season that we're waiting for. Everything is leading towards it is still gonna happen this year. Anyways, hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.